So welcome dear students in today's session, and today we will be discussing about the secondary sexual characters. Now as you know that with the adolescent there is a phase that it comes as puberty, and puberty is been marked by what? It has been marked by the development of the reproductive organs. This was been explained in the previous session. Now when puberty comes, when the reproductive organs starts developing or they are fully developed, okay, what happens? After that development of reproductive organ, that is testes in males and ovaries in females, there are certain characters which develop, okay, after the puberty. It can't be before puberty, it has to be after puberty, and those characters which are developing after puberty are being termed as secondary sexual characters. What are they being called as? They are being called as secondary sexual characters. Now if we go on and move on further with the topic of secondary sexual characters, what are the things or what are the changes which occur in a boy or in a girl? First point, testes start producing sperm, and as you can see I have written here boys. These are the changes which are widely seen in the appearance of boys. First one, the testis starts producing sperm, and sperm you know is what? It is a reproductive cell. In girls, what is happening? Ovaries start producing egg. Okay, now here is a difference. If I say that sperms are in lakhs, okay, once in one ejaculation there the number of sperms is lakh, but ovary always produce how many egg? One single egg. Okay, and that too alternate ovaries. Okay, 1 month one ovary, and suppose 1 month right ovary, and the other month left ovary is going to produce just one single egg. Then second character which develops in boys is voice becomes deep and hoarse. Hoarse here means rough. Okay, there is little roughness in the voice of the voice of the boys. Okay, there is little roughness in the voice of boys. What happens to the girl's voice? It becomes shrill. Shrill means high pitched. It becomes shrill, or we can say it becomes high pitched. Is that clear? Next one. The third change which occurs, boy's body become more muscular, broad shoulders, chest become wider. Okay, there is lot of muscles development over there, and so in that case boy's body become muscular, broad shoulders and chest become wider. In girls, what is happening? The hip region it widens up. Okay, in the girls the hip region is getting widened up. Fine. Now then what are the next changes which are occurring in the boys? The under the arms, pubic area means where reproductive organs are present. Near to that, hair starts growing. Okay, what is happening? In the armpits and in the area where reproductive organ, that is we call it as a pubic region, there the hair starts developing. Same in girls also. Underarms, armpits, okay, underarms or armpits, there hair starts developing, and in pubic region also hair starts growing. Fine. Then what is happening in the boys? You can see lot of hair growth on their face in the form of mustaches and beard. Okay, there is lot of hairy growth on the face in the form of what? Mustaches and beard. Where such things don't happen in the case of girls. But in girls one thing starts, that is the menstrual cycle. Now some of you must be knowing what is menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is what? When an egg cell is released from the female body, and that egg cell does not meet any male cell. Okay, it does not come across any male cell. It has to be given out by the body. It has to be given out, and that giving out of egg cell from the female body is called as menstrual cycle. So as puberty comes, definitely as the puberty is coming, menstrual cycle also is going to start. Is that clear? So the changes which are taking place or which are accompanying or some, or you can say with the onset of puberty. And these changes, I haven't jotted down all the changes, okay, I haven't jotted down, but I've explained you all the changes. So these changes mark what? These changes mark are being called as your secondary sexual characters, because these changes come, as again I'm saying, after the coming of puberty. Once the puberty comes, after that only these changes appear. Is that clear to you? Okay, moving on to the second topic, that is importance of personal hygiene. I think all of you know what is personal hygiene. Personal hygiene means self-cleanliness. How much you are keeping your own body neat and clean. Now this is very very important. It is important in all the stages of life. You cannot say that a child does not need hygiene or an elderly person does not need hygiene. It is there, but in adolescent age or in this age, it is more necessary to take care about these points of to keep note of these points, which are very very helpful in maintaining the personal hygiene. Now as you know, in the adolescent, sweat glands are working very fast, due to which there is lot of sweat, okay, lot of sweat is there. And to avoid the sweat or to avoid the smell of the sweat, you need to bathe regularly. Okay, if it is too hot, you can take 2 times bath, but regularly bathing is very very important. In winter season also, bathing is very important, because that removes all the dirt from the body, and that dirt is not only causing smell, but it also causes some time of bacterial infection also. So you have to remove sweat from your body, and for that what is necessary? Bathing is necessary. Then moving on to the second, wearing clean clothes, especially the socks and the undergarments. These two things should be changed daily. Okay, every day you need to change your socks, every day you need to change your undergarments. Is that clear? Then what happens, because of this sebaceous gland, you know, oil glands, hair scalp also becomes very oily. Hair scalp means where the hairs are growing. Those scalp also becomes very oily, and as a result, the oil, because of the oil given out by the scalp, the hairs become what? Greasy, and they start absorbing dirt. So that has to be removed out by washing the hairs regularly. Fine, and that washing of the hair should be done with good shampoo. Then hormonal changes cause problem of acne and pimples. As I told you, this is a phase where in adolescent, the sweat gland, the sebaceous gland, they are working very fast, and as going to happen, if all the pores, you know, the skin is having lot of pores, holes, if those pores become closed, they are being shut down with the dirt particles, what is going to happen? Problem of acne and pimples is going to increase. So regularly you need to wash your face, so that the pores of the face are what happening, they are remaining open, exchange of gases is taking place properly, dirt is getting accumulated, and when these things won't happen, definitely acne and pimples are not going to occur on the skin. Then girls have to take lot of care during the menstrual cycle. Okay, when periods are coming, that time they need to take lot of care. You have to use sanitary napkins, and their disposal also they should know, because if they do not use sanitary napkins and they go on for some other method, there is a chance that they can have some infection in their body, and that infection is very very harmful for the body. So girls need to take lot of care during the time of their menstrual cycle. They need to be very hygienic with their body, as well as with the disposal of the sanitary napkins which they are using. Is that clear to you? So this was all about the topic of importance of personal hygiene. Now moving on to the next topic. Okay, the next topic is problems related to adolescent. Now the problems which are very common in adolescent, first in girls is irregular menstrual cycle, and that irregularity is because of the hormones. It is because of what? Because of the hormones. There is a chances of having irregular menstrual cycle. Then second point, girls or boys, they become conscious about their growth and development. They become more conscious about their growth and development, and as a result, what is happening, they are not, some of them, they accept all the physical changes which is happening up is taking place in their body. They accept it in a very positive way. But there are certain group of adolescent, they can be boys also, they can be girls also, which are not very much, you can say, familiar with it, or they are not very much adaptive to it, and they are little uncomfortable with all the development which is taking place in their body, and they start feeling uneasiness. Okay, they start feeling very uneasy about these development, and they start feeling shy. Okay, they start feeling shy, and if they have any problem also, because of the shy attitude, they are not very free to explain all these terms, all these things to their parents, and they do not want to be, means they don't want to disclose their problems. Then what third point is frequent mood swing. That is also very common in adolescent phase. They become, certain time they will be very happy, certain time they will be very upset, they'll be depressed, they'll feel loneliness. This all is perfectly normal. I said now, this all things are perfectly normal, because these all things, if it is happening, it shows that what is happening in the body, the hormonal activity is going on well. Fine. Then next is pimples and acne appear. Again and again this point is coming, that on the face there will be chances, means there is a chance that pimple or acne is appearing. If it is not appearing, it doesn't mean there is some kind of disorder. No, it is perfectly alright. If it is appearing, good. If it is not appearing, very good. Fine, because that means you are maintaining what? You are maintaining your personal hygiene. It shows that you have maintained good personal hygiene, and that is why these acne and pimples aren't appearing. Then fifth, very common, they start imitating their peers. Peers means their own friends. If somebody is becoming very popular in their group, they also want to be having the same kind of popularity. They also want to get the same kind of attention. So whatever that fellow is doing, that fellow can be a boy or a girl, whatever that fellow is doing, they also start doing the same thing. They also start imitating the same person, as the way he or she does the work, they also want to do the same kind of work. Then last one, if in this age children do not get proper guidance, if they are not being informed about all these changes, if they are not being informed about all these psychological, mental, physical changes in their body, there are chances that they may get involved into bad companies. And bad companies means what? Where they may start smoking, they may start drinking, or they may start taking drugs. Okay, because as I told you, and this reason has come because of this reason, peer pressure. There is lot of peer pressure. You might have seen that, you might have experienced it, because at this moment you think that whatever your friends are saying is correct, whatever your friends are doing is correct, and when you are being checked by your parents, checked by your teachers, you feel bad, isn't it? You feel bad, you feel very bad, you feel offended for that. Now that is the reason, that is absolutely normal, because that is because of the hormonal activity going on. And the next of all, you are copying someone, you are mostly inspired by someone, and that is also, as I said, is perfectly normal. Now what happens, because of that imitation, if that fellow or that person is involved in bad companies, definitely you also want to try those things, you also want to have a taste of those things which that fellow is trying. And in that condition, what may happen? In that condition, the child may get involved in drinking, may start taking tobaccos, cigarette smoking, or if the friend circle is of very high level, then it may also go up to the using of drugs also. Drugs means the narcotic drugs. Okay, the narcotic drugs. So this was all the problems related to adolescent. All these problems are there. They are occurring in the life of the adolescent. This is especially for girls. Okay, because of the hormones. Rest all are there in boys also and among the girls also. Okay. Okay. Moving on to the last topic. The last topic which we are going to do today, and after this our syllabus for the first semester will be complete, and the topic is stress management. What is stress? Stress, in a normal term, we can call it tension. Okay, what can we call it? Tension. This tension, if we manage it in a very proper way, it is very easy to come out of it. But if we are not able to managing it in a proper way, it may lead to a serious problem of depression. You have heard about the word depression. Depression is what? Depression is you can say, is the extreme level of tension or stress. Now this stress is, now in today's generation, it is very common. Even a small child is having a stress. Okay, and that stress can be from any source. It can be from any source. Parental source, from the source of the school also there can be a stress. Lot of homework, the child is getting lot of homework, he or she is not able to cope up with that. Now all these stress management is there, stress is there, and to manage this stress you need to have a full support from your family members as well as from the school authorities also. School authorities mean the school teachers, because see, everybody wants a good student, good child, a good human, and for that everybody is ready to lay a, or you to give a helping hand, whether whosoever. It can be your friends, it can be your family members, it can be your relatives, and it can be even your teachers. So you need, when you start feeling stressed, okay, best option is speaking out, telling what is the problem. We have seen there are certain people who never speak out, they never say something, they never tell something, and in their mind lot of things are going on, and that things keep on growing up because they're not saying it to someone, and that keeps on growing up, and as a result, first little tension increases, and finally the person goes into depression. So the first point which I told you for the stress management is what? To speak up. Okay, speak up, say, tell your problem, share your things, whatever, good things also you share it, bad things also you share it. Share all your moments with anyone. It can be your mother, it can be your father, it can be your brother, sister, relative, whomsoever. You are very free. Share the things. Start learning to share. Once you start learning to share the things, definitely you will never be under the grip of this word stress. Never. Okay. Now, first thing over here is balanced diet. Now, diet also plays a very major role. If you are hale and hearty, if you are perfectly fit and fine, definitely you will never face this problem of stress. Lot of homework is given, you are very active, the homework which other child is doing in 3 or 4 hours, maybe you, if you are so active, you are so energetic, you are so healthy, you can finish that work within 1 hour itself, isn't it? So you have to take balanced diet. Balanced diet plays a very major role. You cannot avoid it. You can, like, this is the age where children are very much fascinated by the junk food. Junk food is not at all a good thing, not at all. Instead of that, it is a cause of this stress. Okay, junk food gives rise to this stress, because junk food is what? It is too much of carbohydrate, and too much of carbohydrate leads to obesity. Obesity leads to what? When the body is not functioning, it means heavy weight, and you cannot do the work properly. So balanced diet is very important, because if you take balanced diet, what is going to happen? Hormones are going to work properly, and when hormonal activity is proper, definitely your body is not going to face any kind of physical problem, or even your mind is not going to face any kind of mental problem. Is that clear? Now, second topic, following hobbies. When you are very upset, when you are full of anger, do what? Best thing is to do, you follow your hobbies, whatever hobbies you are having. Hobbies of writing, hobby of painting, drawing, even listening to music, even watching TV. Follow that. Follow that doesn't mean that full day you're sitting in front of the TV. No, that is not following. Okay, I said only for 5 to 10 minutes you just follow your hobby, whatever hobby you are fond of. If you are stressed, if you are having lot of tension, if you are having things which you are not able to share with someone, then go for this alternative method. You can jot it down something, okay, you can write somewhere, you can draw it, you can paint it, you can listen to the songs, you can go out and play, you can go for a walk, okay, you can have a brisk walking, you can have a exercise, whatever way is helping you to release out your stress, okay, follow that. Third one, walk, yoga, meditation. These three are very very important. You know, it is not only that when you are stressed you should follow this. No, you should make it as a part of your life. Walking, yoga and meditation. These three things are very very important. Walk, everybody knows, morning walk. If you're not able not getting time for the morning walk, you can go for an evening walk. Yoga asanas are there, isn't it? And those asanas are just not merely asanas, they are very helpful to keep your body fit and fine as well as your mind fit and fine. Yogas are not just, you must have seen Rishi Munis, they were following yogas, and that was not a waste of time, it was for something useful, and that usefulness was seen in their body fitness and in their mental fitness where they were full of positive vibes. They never had negative things in their mind, they were always having positive values, positive vibes, which they used to share with other people. Meditation, you know, meditation is very very important. See, if I get a scolding for something, maybe for that particular moment I'm very upset, I am not at all ready to listen to the other person, but yes, if I sit for 10 minutes after that on it, maybe I was at a wrong side, maybe my language was not proper, maybe my way of speaking was not proper. So this meditation is very very important. Self reliance, you have to think, if something odd is happening with you, you have to think, why is it happening, what is the reason behind it. You can't avoid it, okay, you cannot take it for granted. See, when there is some issue, it is always because of two people. It can be you must be having some problem with your parents, with your teachers. Speak up, tell them that this is the problem, and because of this reason I could not do my homework, because of this reason at home I could not help my mother or father. Tell, instead of, if they are scolding you, arguing back with them, instead of, if they are telling you something, you are replying back. That is very common in today's generation, it is very very common. They think when we reply back we are on the top. No beta, it is absolutely wrong, okay. You need to have this problem, you have to think, where was I wrong, or where was this situation wrong. Both the things, maybe you are not wrong, situation was wrong, okay, both the things. And when you have this perspective, when you go on this point, definitely there won't be any kind of tension within your body. Fine. Then proper sleep and rest. Yes, this is very very important. As a moving vehicle needs time to rest, okay, engine needs some time to rest, same thing, our mind also needs some proper sleep and rest. Because when we sleep, when we are resting, all the negative thoughts, all the negative things from our mind are moving out, okay, they go away. And when we rest, there's some relaxation for our body, fine. And then what happens, when we get up with a new positive energy, new positive vibes, and those positive vibes help us to fight with what, this problem, this major problem. Is that clear? Then avoiding caffeine. Caffeine is, you know, very much found in tea, coffees and cold drinks. Cold drinks, it is found in a very lesser amount, but we should avoid it. Instead of that, we should go for herbal drinks. Herbal teas are there, okay, fruit juices are there. Fruit juices doesn't mean that fruit juices which are available in the market, the packed ones. No, fresh fruit juice, okay. If you are not getting juice, you can have your fresh fruit. Because if you suppose you are habitual of drinking tea at a particular time, at that time, instead of tea, take one fruit, okay, can have one fruit at that time. Because whatever amount of caffeine you take, caffeine is not good for body, it is causing some or the other problem. Then avoiding tobacco, alcohol. If you are not in a bad company, if you do not get bad friends around you, you definitely will be having what, you won't be getting into these kind of attitudes, you won't be going on with the tobacco or the alcohol. Good friendship. Yes, this is very, very important in today's context. Good friendship. You need to understand who's your real friend and who's your fake friend or a false friend. When you are there are a lot of friends, and good friend will always stop you from doing something wrong. If you are that person is really concerned about you, if that person really loves you, that person really likes you, okay, he or she will always stop you from doing something bad. And if that person is only a false friend, only a moment based friend, only a friend who is interested to get things out of you, so that friend will never stop you from all this thing. He or she will always is going to encourage you, okay, do this, do that. Even we have seen that students, they fight with their parents, okay, and is the reason is what, that my friend was saying that. No, how can your friend tell you to argue with your parents? And if he or she is doing that, there is something wrong. Okay, you need to stop that friendship. You need to check yourself. That is why I told you this meditation is very, very important. Okay, thinking. You need to think over the situation, and when you will think over the situation, automatically you will come to know who is my real friend and who is my fake friend. Then, if this problem is increasing, okay, if you are not able to cope up with it, if you are not able to come out of it, consult doctors. There are in today's field, there are so many doctors who are dealing with this stress management. They counselors are there, psychologists are there, who will give you different ways to come out of it, who will listen to you without any questions. They will listen to you, they will accept you as you are, and then they will help you out to come out with this problem. So this was all about this topic, stress management. Now dear students, as you know, we have completed our syllabus for first semester, and again I am saying the syllabus for first semester is lesson 1, that is your transport of mineral and food, then ecosystem, and in this chapter only the endocrine system part. You can see after the circulatory system is coming, that is not for this semester. Okay, now coming to question and answers. Question and answers of first chapter are first chapter, third chapter and this chapter will be uploaded on the school website. Now you have to open the school website and you are supposed to write all the answer. The book exercise part you have to do in the book, and rest all the things you have to write in the copy. Is that clear to you? And just go through the question and answers, write it down, okay? Then your summer assignment will be also uploaded on the school website. Go through that summer assignment, though I have written very clearly on that. For your summer assignment, you can take the help of page number 57, the table given over there. Fine. And then you have to make it in a biology test copies. All of you must have got test copies, okay, set of test copies. So one test copy is for biology. In that biology test copy, you will make your summer assignment. Is that clear? So thank you class for attending today's session.